Let's go on to the next question. It's from Masaru Domoto, writes, "Hello Mustayaki, I am a university student. I'm studying business management, but my passion and love is to draw comics. When I was younger, I was always drawing Disney-style comics, but I recently found what manga is and I fell in love with the art and the unique style. My point is, when I was drawing Disney comics, my friends praised me and they told me that my work was good, but when I started experimenting in manga, they said to me that manga is childish, all look the same and it's not appealing to kids anymore. If manga looks childish, then Disney comics are supposed to be for teenagers? I don't understand why this is happening. Thank you and keep up the amazing work with HOWTOBAM. Best wishes." I love that last part. I don't understand what is happening. Yeah, it's really weird. I think it's weird. Because yeah, I don't see manga or anime as childish. It's there are certain genres that are more childlike, like Pokemon. But I hear a lot of people saying Dragon Balls is childish. And I can't understand that concept, but I think those people don't really are involved in the cartoon or in the anime. And there's also a difference between the Japanese version and the English version. If you grew up with the Japanese version, then you think it's much more mature, because it's in Japan. There are grown-ups, mostly grown-ups, who are watching all these anime and reading manga. Depending on the genre, of course, because if you got shonen is really directed for teenagers. But again, that's not childish. It's not a kid who is watching these things. And yeah, Disney. I grew up with Disney as a child, so I can relate to that. But like I said, it's really amazing how people sometimes can judge something that they really don't or not familiar of, and they can say it looks childish. There is like One Piece. If you've seen the anime One Piece, they made a lot of censorship in it. Like Sanji is, instead of he's smoking, he's got a lollipop, and they changed his voice so dramatically that I hate to watch that English version. And for me, watching One Piece anime, it looks childish to me. Naruto, on the other hand, is a bit more mature, but if you watch the Japanese version, I think it's much more mature. It gets a lot more emotion. The voice actors give a lot more emotion to it. So that's I'm really astonished of people who still make accusations of that. How do you think of that, Mario?
I think that the problem with this is that people often like to generalize on stuff they don't know about. I mean, for example, I'm sure that most people who said that anime or manga is for kids have only maybe seen one anime or read one manga that was actually for kids, and think all of it is the same, which is totally different. I mean, that's like reading one book for kids and saying that all books are for kids, which is, it can't be further from the truth. I mean, I think that the problem is that people don't really know how many anime and manga are there, and that there is real diversity, and that there aren't just manga for kids or anime for kids, but they're for grown-ups, for teenagers, like you said, for girls, for guys, and there are, of course there are for kids as well, but there are some anime and manga that are really heavy in how should I say, in their story. They're a lot more adult oriented, and they have heavy messages and really deep stories that I don't think that kids could even appreciate the full spectrum of the stories that they have. So I think that the biggest problem is that people aren't well informed, and that they generalize too much. So yeah,
exactly. You hit the nail on that one. You get many different styles, and if you look at Disney, if you're not familiar with Disney cartoons, and you start looking at them, you probably see also a resemblance in them. You'll think also that they're all the same. So yeah, it's the same for people who don't know anime. And then just an example is the Lego movie that just came out. if you look at the context in the Lego movie, it's actually a family movie or a movie for adults that children also can enjoy, and that's that's really cool to see, because there are things in there that are waved in there that's more for adults to enjoy and to understand than children can. So yeah, that's that's really special. If you like this video, then super smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our HOWTOBAM YouTube channel. It's a great way for staying updated for the latest shows and videos. If you also have a question about making manga that you want to be answered on our show, then send in your email to info@howtobam.com. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter for some great giveaways and prizes.